Hey guys, for this short how-to video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the switch function in Rec Room Studio. So I just have this cube right here with the Rec Room object stripped on it. If you add a studio function, then if you click these three dots right here, you can make this a switch. And now it should switch to this. So now click this little drop down right here and press int. So now we have input ports for our studio function. So a studio function switch is exactly like the execution integer switch chip in Rec Room. If you don't know how that works, you just put a number in the match of the execution integer switch. Then once you execute it, whichever output you have of that number will execute. So right now there's a 1 in the match. If I execute it, it executes the 1. Same thing if I put a 2, it executes the 2. But if I put a 0, you can see that there's no 0 in there. Then it just executes the failed. That is basically exactly what this is. It's just doing the switches inside of Rec Room Studio. So in order to actually do it, right now it's the default. So this means that this is just like the failed execution on the execution integer switch chip in Rec Room. So if you go up here and click the plus right here, then you've added a new case. Click again, add another case, click it again, you add another case. If you want, you can change the 0 to 1 and then change this one to 2 and change this one to 3. So on the studio function, whatever input you put and you execute it, then it will execute whichever case is that number in Rec Room Studio. So if I just right click right here and create a new material and just make this one red, then I clone it and make this one green, clone it again, make this one blue, I clone it again, make this one yellow. So now I just click on my prefab, go down here. So now we have all the materials, click select method, go down here to mesh render, and click material set because we're going to be setting the material. Now for this default one right here, I'm just going to drag in the blue one. So if I execute it with a 0, it's going to change to blue. Now for the 3 right here, select method, mesh render, material set. I'm going to make this one green. And then just do the exact same thing for these ones. So we have yellow, red, green, and blue. First one's yellow, the second one is red, and third one's green. So now I'm going to name the studio function. I'm just going to name it switch. Now if I click test subroom, so now we are in Rec Room Studio with the cube right here. If I spawn in a studio function and configure it and make the function the cube switch. So now we will have an int input switch. So if I execute it right now, it should just change to blue since it is 0 and the default switch was blue. So if I switch this to 1, execute it, then it switches to yellow because the first switch was 1. Switches to the 2, execute it, then it changes to red because the second switch is red. Changes to 3, execute it, and changes to green. So this is just a really simple way on how to use the switch function in Rec Room and a really easy way to save CPU. And it just saves a lot of circuits. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video.